Hey everybody, welcome to Cowboy Leather and Shoe Repair. Today I'm going to give you a little brief description on my GA5-1. I've had approximately 2 to 3 years now, and when I got it, before I got it, I looked at some information on them, and they seem like a very good entry-level machine. Well, it's no frills, it doesn't have reverse, and it came with table, which kind of cluttered up, and it came with the servo motor. Now it does have a switch on the back of the servo motor that will put it into reverse, but it's way too complicated to get back there and put it into reverse. Now, when I got it, it came with a bottle of oil, and it came with a screwdriver and some other little tools. Well, it came with 3 bobbins, so I hunted around because I knew I needed more bobbins so I could wind, black thread, white thread, whatever thread I needed, so I could make a quick change. Well, unfortunately, there's not too many places that you can find parts for these things. So I did a little bit more research, and I did find the bobbins. Well, here about a week ago, I broke the needle plate. Well, the needle plate that comes on them is a very cheap metal. Again, this machine was made in China, so need to say no more. Well, anyways, I hunted around, and I've just, for the heck of it, I was looking on the internet, and I stumbled across the Texo website. Well, the Texo 3650 HD, if you look at it, it is very similar to this machine. The only difference is mine has this for the length of the thread. The Texo has a bigger lever, but if you look at the machine, it has that opening for oiling and greasing. That one up there is basically the same configuration. So anyways, make a long story short, I did find the needle plate. One problem is the company that represents Texo is in Alberta, Canada. So I called up there, got their website, asked them if they handle parts and if the 3650 HD would also fit this machine. The guy said yes, and along with presser feet and some of the other accessories for the Texo machine will fit onto the GA5. Now, the only thing, when I got this machine, you have to drill a couple holes to mount it to the table, and when you go to mount some of the pedals, if you look at the black pedal, that is for lifting the presser foot. Yes, it is facing the wrong direction. It's supposed to be facing the back of the machine, but I looked at the place where I got this machine, and I determined after looking at 3 or 4 different machines that when you order these machines, they will throw whatever they have laying around in the box as parts. Now, I had to modify the table a little bit because it didn't have a big enough opening in here to get what I do into the machine. But if you look down here, that chain, if that pedal was facing to the rear, would be scrubbing on that adjustment knob. Now, that adjustment knob is for the speed. If you move it over any, it'd be banging on the on and off switch. And if you move it over, it's kind of out of position, and I'm kind of lazy to a certain extent. I don't want to have to move my feet halfway across the machine to get to what I need. But all in all, I added the light, and I added the thread stand. Now, as far as thread, I use a 277 or a 270, or excuse me, 207, and I use a 25 or 26 needle, and I like the machine. It sews good. It's a great entry-level machine. For the price, I think back when I got it, I paid for the whole setup, table, motor, and machine. I think it was right around, with the shipping, was like $900. And it got here quite quick. Now, you'll see these machines. Also, there's a guy here on YouTube that he sells the same machine, but it is a hand crank. Now, he makes these machines look like the super duper fancy best machine on the market. Well, you have to listen to him. Some of you may have heard of him or watched his videos. He, to me, is just basically a definite car salesman. He also sells vacuum cleaners. But, like I say, it's a good machine, good entry level, very simple, and in 3 years, all I've had to replace is the needle plate. And yeah, every once in a while I'll destroy a needle, but it's very simple to change. It's very simple to thread. You don't find much on the internet about these machines because they came out and they made a couple versions of them, and then they just conveniently stopped making them, and they made them a little bit fancier with your forwards and your reverses. But you may be able to still find some of these machines laying around on the internet. Now, I did read some of the comments from some people. Some people love them, some people hate them. But like I say, it's a very simple machine to run. If you just give me a minute to put the camera down, I will show you how this thing sews.